Can a 10-year-old mountain bike still hold up today in 2023? That's what I want to explore today. I'm sure many of you are thinking no, but this isn't just any bike. This is the classic 2013 Devinci Wilson, the same bike that Steve Smith won the World Cup on in 2013. So it's gotta be something special, right? It's been a while since I last rode this bike, so before we take it on the trails, let's first make sure it's running in tip-top shape. So what you're looking at is my 2013 Devinci Wilson, the classic. You know it, you love it. And what I'm holding in my hands here is the 2015 RockShox Boxer World Cup Air that goes on this bike. I really love this fork. It's been treating me so well. I just got it rebuilt. We even got new stanchions for this thing, so it's in like mint condition. The right stanchion had a pretty good gouge in it a few years ago when I was riding Mount Prevost. Oh, though I did repair it with a nail polish and sanded it down. It was actually working really well. The other stanchion here also didn't really have any problems, but there was actually a dent in the upper part of it. I don't know when it happened. I was quite surprised to see it. So we got the full rebuild, new stanchions. I even got all new frame bearings in the whole frame, so everything should be clean and quiet like it's supposed to be. I'm also trying out this Cane Creek double barrel shock right now. I've never ridden it yet, just got it used. Pretty excited to try that one out. Well, I can't wait to ride this thing, so why don't we install the fork and take it out on the trails. So for today's video, we are taking this Wilson out to a few different places, including the Northshore and also the Whistler Bike Park, to really test this thing and see how it feels. I'm so excited to ride this thing again. So I'm putting a different front wheel on here now. It's a spank rim with a Schwalbe Magic Mary tire. It's actually the exact same wheel I had on my Maiden when I had that in its full 26-inch setup. It's nice to have a fatter tire in the front now. I even got some new custom-made graphics for the fork, courtesy of Stickers Studio. Shout out to them. Everything is looking really nice. The rear wheel I've had for quite a long time. I'm actually surprised it lasted this long. This time around, I'm actually using the rear wheel of the Boostmaster with the Hope Pro 4 hub, DT Swiss FR560, and we're going 7-speed this time around. The classic 26-inch 2013 Devinci Wilson is now 10 years old. Ever since I bought this bike in 2017, it's been a fan favorite on my channel, and I couldn't be more stoked. But do you guys remember all the headaches I had with this bike? I mean, I made a whole video on it, asking if it's even worth buying a used bike. It was one of my most popular videos, so you've probably seen it. So many issues with this bike, and it took me a while to even identify them all too. You know, that wouldn't have happened if I just bought a bike through the Pros Closet. You see, the Pros Closet has a 141-point inspection on every bike that goes through their warehouse. The Pros Closet, of course, is the sponsor of today's video, so big thanks to them. They would have noticed if there was a dent in the chainstay like mine had, or a big flat spot in the rim. Or what about the excessive preload that was on the rear shock, causing the spring to bind and flake off the paint. And they will replace whatever parts are necessary to make sure the bike is running very well and worth the money. I remember paying about $2,500 Canadian for this bike, and I remember paying about $1,000 more just to get it running properly. But at the Pros Closet, every bike goes through a drivetrain tune, the wheels are trued, the brakes are bled, suspension serviced, all the bolts are torqued to spec. Now imagine if this bike went through that process. They even test ride their bikes to make sure all the shifting is crisp and all the brakes are dialed. And the Pros Closet also offers a 30-day return window for any reason. So even if it's just a matter of the bike not fitting you properly, you can buy with confidence. And that reminds me, do you remember the blue frame of this Wilson? I thought I was buying a large. It turns out it was actually an extra large. Some local shops were able to confirm that for me. I bought a bigger bike than I intended, so that's why eventually I swapped out that blue front triangle for this red and yellow one. So ultimately, I really wish I could have bought this bike through the Pros Closet. It would have saved me money, stress, and headaches. But at least it's got a good story to it, right? I've got a link in the description. If you purchase through there, it helps out the channel, and make sure you use the code Boostmaster40 for $40 off any order $200 and up. So before we take this bike out to the Northshore and Whistler, let me just quickly update you guys on the build of this bike. I'm trying out a new Maxxis High Roller 2 tire on the rear, wire bead, max grip, new fender on the front. Still going with the Shimano Saint brake in the rear and the Hope brake in the front. A lot of the parts here are the same otherwise as what you've seen before. I always love Shimano Saint drivetrains. My chrome egg seat. All right, let's try this bike out, Mount Seymour. Mount Seymour on the North Shore has got some fresh work done. We're going to check out Ned's, which has got a full rebuild since last year, and we're going to check out a new sanctioned trail here, but not before riding the classic CBC.
Whoa. Okay, that actually felt really good on the fork. Yo. Yeah, this fork is nice. I really like it. It's also quiet. And so this is my first time riding this fork after it got rebuilt in the winter time. The Millennium Log. Right on. Sweet. Opened up the rebound a little, opened up the compression, closed the rebound on the fork by 2 clicks. Let's try this wall ride. Let's see here. So cool. Yeah, right on. That's cool. Here we go, here we go. Frick. Oh, shit. Oh. All right. Sweet. Something's rattling. Shoot, what is this? It's gotta be the front wheel. We just forgot to tighten these. So, uh-oh. What the heck? I seen what I did. You know when I like grinded the log ride? I bent this thing. Yeah, they're replaceable parts. That actually works good. Man, my shock is leaking all this oil. It's pissing me off. It sounds a bit funny. I have a different rear shock at home I could use. Oh, okay. That was a little spicy.
So far, I'm feeling right at home on this bike, but there are a few hit or miss moments.
Oh, frick. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, okay. I just like tripped over the bike. Shoot, that was lame. We have arrived. Ned's Atomic Dustbin. All right, let's get some fist bumps.
Boom! Let's do it.
Let's check out all the new work here on Ned's Atomic Dustbin. Haven't ridden this since last year. So I'm pretty excited to see what it's gonna ride like. I really had a lot of fun with this trail. Springtime 2022. It was just fun just to like take the DH bike and just go like full blast. Nice, that's fun. Yo. Okay, that was sick. Nice, that was the drop they were talking about. I felt like my front rebound was a little too fast. Let's slow that down. Oh boy, let's see. That is fun. Yo. Bike was feeling pretty good on that. Okay, here was that. There was like a drop up here. See what it looks. Oh, they completely took it out. Frick. That was so much fun when I just like sent the drop. But yeah, it's just that rear shock is leaking oil, which is a bit weird. It's like extremely sensitive right now. I'm afraid it's losing too much oil or something. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. All right, dropping in. All right. Haha.
So I didn't even hear him land.
I didn't hear it either. Dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it felt really smooth.
That was like butter, man.
It actually was.
That's the best way to do
Right
that.
on.
That was great.
This looks really freaking cool. Yes. What is going on here? Oh, wow. What is going on here? Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, you got.
Frick. I actually remember seeing this in videos. Dang.
It looks like you're on a 4-story building.
Yeah, it looks doable. Okay, dropping in. Oh, frick. Yo, that's rowdy. I bottomed out on the landing, wow.
Oh, frick. Oh, frick.
Because that's like a flat landing, wow.
Right here, bro.
That's why it's fun to have the downhill bike. Oh, frick. Oh, shit. Whoa, bro.
Oh, frick. Oh,
Okay. Seat on my bike. Oh yeah, this part got kind of fun and spicy. I do remember that. Oh frick, yo, bro. That was fun. Just monster truck with the DH bike. Used almost all my travel. That was fun. Oh man, this is the really sketchy ending point. It would be pretty cool, of course, to try and go like this way, like really monster truck, but to be honest, I don't know if I'm comfortable doing it on this bike right now. Dang. Oh, I remember these routes are so weird. Oh, I did it. Nice. Yes, I did it. Yo. I did it.
into your living room.
Sick. That was good.
So the janky Northshore felt quite good on this bike, just as I remembered. I have to say, this bike is feeling great even 10 years later.
All right, taking the good old Wilson out to Vedder.
These trails are a lot smoother and more flowy. It's a really good fit for this bike.
This bike feels like so nimble and light, especially because the lap before this, I rode my 50-pound Norco A-line with the monster T in the front.
All right, so since the Cane Creek shock was crapping out on me, put on that Manitou Revox shock, because at least it works. And I put on a STFU system to dampen any chain slap.
Yes. First time hitting that jump with this bike. Yeah, this stuff is so sick. Like flowy trails. The Wilson feels great. Oh yes. Seriously, I'm loving this. Oh, yeah. Getting a little dry.
Flowy trails like this are such a good fit on 26-inch wheels too. I don't know about you, but at least I couldn't care less for 27.5 or anything bigger
Nice.
on trails like this.
But I've also been riding my Maiden a lot too. Put that bike in full 27.5 mode now. And the Maiden's not even that far off from the geometry of this bike. But the Maiden is a little bit longer, a little bit slacker. Nice. There we go. Nice. I do have to say, I can feel a little cramped on this bike. It's just like the front end. I wish I could get a higher stack height with it. That's one of the main things. It's funny because the XL frame I originally had of this bike, it was a higher stack and obviously longer reach. It's funny because I feel like maybe I need the XL now.
I gotta give a shout out to Ascent Guides who are offering shuttles out here in Vedder Mountain, Chilliwack, BC. They've been doing about 4 days a week and it's been such a handy service.
Yeah.
Do it.
Taking the Wilson to Whistler. Riding the new little opening of A-line here. Let's try this out. What do we have here? This is interesting. Whoa. We got wind. Whoa. Right on. The Wilson's always been so good on the flow trails.
But I'm also really curious on how this is gonna feel on single black and double black tech trails. We're gonna ride a bit of everything today and see how I feel on it.
Huh.
I was actually surprised how good I was feeling on the Devinci Wilson here at Whistler. Ninja Cougar on 26-inch wheels is a perfect combination in my opinion. Of course, Fade to Black feels awesome on pretty much any bike you ride anyways. And even some of the double black tech, I was feeling surprisingly good.
Oof.
Well, except for that.
Bro. Yo. All right, that was getting a little sketch. I would say the suspension is feeling better on this bike than on my Maiden. Like riding through that chunk, it's feeling pretty comfortable, I gotta say. All right, let's hit up some original sin here on the classic Wilson.
Original Sin has got to be one of my favorite tech trails at Whistler. It's just so fast and rowdy, and I was impressed with how well the Wilson was riding on this.
Oops.
The 26-inch wheels were not holding me back in any way at all. I was even able to carry my speed in for this gap.
Yo! I freaking did it! That was sick! I gapped it! I could barely ever do that gap. That was actually feeling really good, you guys. The suspension is dialed. Shellmaster. Yeah, so I haven't done this year yet, so Should try it out. Okay, let's go nice and slow. Yo, bro. Yo. Sick, dude. Right on.
Nice.
Big shout out to Mezzarino for filming me today. He's got his own YouTube channel and Instagram page, so you should check him out.
Oof. Nice. Yo! Yes! Got a bit of a drop to it. So good. That's super cool. I love it. Thanks, dude. Nice. Let's hit up some in deep here. Whew. All right. Yo.
Around 2013, 2014, 2015 are the last years that there were ever any 26-inch bikes. So I kind of feel like those were the years where they really perfected the geometry for 26-inch bikes before they then went to 27.5. And I feel like it maybe took a little bit of time before they could really perfect 27.5 geometry again. I do consider bikes like this to still hold up pretty well today. Perhaps you might just want to go up a size from what you're normally riding. I don't notice that much difference between 26 and 27.5. I only have some experience with 29er wheels, and I've always felt that they are just too big. But ultimately, I'm just here to say, you don't always need the latest and greatest. Sometimes there can be some real gems from the past that you might miss, even from 10 years ago. And I'm gonna say the 26-inch Devinci Wilson from 2013, 2014 is one of those gems.
I am impressed with how this bike is riding. I'm genuinely like stoked on this. I was almost thinking it would have felt too small or cramped, but I'm actually surprised to say it's not feeling too small. Nice. Haha. Nice. Right on. Wait. Thought I was gonna hit a tree there. Yeah, like the suspension was impressing me. The bike does not even feel like that's small. And this is just the large. There does exist an XL. I have to say, this bike is holding up. That's what I'm going to conclude from this video. It still holds up today in 2023.
Thanks for watching. I got a playlist right here featuring every single video of the Devinci Wilson if you want to relive some of the glory days. Or you can click this other video to watch my new trail building series, building a trail at my local mountain.